He's taking this so seriously. Well, let's, I did not discover this door in my other file, in my practice run. So why don't we check this bad boy out? Oh, so damn close. Oh my goodness. It is a master lock. Oh. Fuck, wrong way. Oh, too much. Oh my goodness. Whew.
That's it.
This place looks run down. Oh, it's the Overseer's vault. Sick. You can steal. It's considered stealing. That makes sense that there is an Overseer's vault. Because there's one in like every single vault. So, alright. Dead. Let's check the Overseer's terminal. Vault 118 Overseer instructions. Confidential. Overseer eyes only. Violation whatever. Vault 118 is designed to test the social interactions between the working class and ultra-wealthy when under confined conditions. Working in conjunction with staff from the Cliff's Edge Hotel, this vault shall function as a luxury hotel to attract the necessary testing subjects. Upon beginning the test, additional subjects shall be admitted from the local population into a second, much inferior wing of the vault. Whoops. So that kind of gives you an idea of how the vaults run. Resident admins. Prior to experiment activation, Vault 118 shall function as an ultra-elite hotel to attract test subjects of appropriate wealth and status. This shall be operated as clandestine area of the hotel to ensure the individuals drawn to privilege and exclusivity are present. Upon activation notice from Vault Tech, the secondary wing of the vault shall be made open to the public and selected from the local working class population. The subjects are to be taken through the exclusive areas of the vault on entry, but thereafter confined to cramped section wing. Once residents have been admitted, the vault is to be sealed until test results can be determined. Preferential treatment. The Ultra Elite, which is Test Group A, this subject group, not to number more than 10, shall have their every desire tended to by robotic staff. To the extent that is possible, they are considered to be above all legal restrictions when interacting with Test Group B. And then B is the working class. This subject group should begin numbering 300 and shall be restricted to the second wing of the vault. Measures should be taken to ensure that living conditions are uncomfortable and cramped. Food and other rations are to be extremely limited, and any breach of rules are to be judged by Test Group A and enacted by robotic staff members. Interesting. Staff duties and security. Due to the potential for extreme social interactions, Vault Tech staff shall be restricted to the Overseer and key research members. All other security, services, and maintenance positions shall be filled by robotic staff to ensure safety and test compliance. Overseer's log. Change of the testing parameters. This is completely unheard of. One of the subjects from Testing Group A is apparently a researcher from General Atomics on some sort of advanced robotics program. He and his wife have convinced the other members of Group A that with the international situation becoming tense once again, their best chance to outlast the war is to have their brains inserted into these robots. And they're doing this voluntarily. It's absolutely insane. I've tried to convince my superiors that this will completely discount the test results, but they seem more intrigued by the idea than appalled. So that kind of explains a little bit about what's going on with all these guys. This is the wealthy group, if you haven't noticed. The door wouldn't open. We received the activation notice from Vault Tech to begin the test, despite the second wing still being incomplete. However, when I attempted to trigger the recruitment protocol for Test Group B, the system informed me that I have been locked out. Someone from Test Group A seems to have overridden the system to prevent the admittance of the local population of the island. They've been pounding on the door for days, and there is nothing I can do. I can't take this. Oh God, it's been weeks now, and I realized today that I become the test subject. Instead of testing the social interactions between the locals and this group of rich assholes, it's just me trapped in here with them. They're going to live forever, and I have to deal with them for the rest of my life. I can't take it. So I guess he maybe killed himself? I don't know. Vault 118 overseers logs. Let's go ahead and eject that. Did he kill himself? Well, I don't know, but let's go ahead and check out that log. Ooh, we're already at the bottom. Vault, yeah, there we go.
Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault-Tec won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
Sounds like Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
So now we get to investigate Juliana Briggs and Ezra. We'll get to you in a minute, Keith. Hold on. There's some other people I want to talk to first. So that must be the kitchen. Alright, let's go to the other side where I think most of the residents are.
Hello, Mr. Whiskers. Who's a pretty kitty?
Juliana, Mr. Whiskers died last month. This is Scruffy. Remember?
Oh, of course. Silly me.
Just let me have a look at the neural interface matrix, and I'm sure I can clear that.
No, it's not that. I've just caught another goal. Probably something that got in when they sent Pearl out.
Oh, God. Not this again. Last month you were convinced you had the measles.
You're not a doctor. What would you even know about it? Besides, I think it may be malaria.
First of all, I
Tell me we don't need to find something in here, because that may take a while.
Is an actual medical degree.
Secondly, I've told you time and again, you can't get sick inside the suit. It's not physically possible.
I know when I'm getting sick, Bert. Now why don't you just wander off and play in your lab? Mr. Scruffy and I are going to rewrite the will, so he will get everything when I die because horrible Bert didn't believe me.
Oh, God, Juliana. Whatever. I'm going to the lab.
So now he's gonna head over to the lab.
Did you need something?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Oh, well, that's not really my field of expertise, but I'm sure there are probably some clues at the crime scene. Oh, was there something?
Mm-hmm. Tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm a scientist. You've probably met my wife, Juliana, already. I'm not sure what else to say, really. Oh, was there something?
Tell me about your research.
Well, I was one of the leads on the team that created the first robo-brains, the precursors to our model. Most people don't find it all that interesting, and I'd rather not bore you. Oh, was there some?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
Oh, wonderful. No one else here really wants to talk about it. Functionally, this model is more or less the same as the previous versions I worked on, but without the neural inhibitor and the reconditioning. The voice modulator seems to have some minor issues interfacing with the neural matrix, which can add some moodiness. But that's easily solved with regular tune-ups. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Robo-brains have a voice modulator. Tell me about that.
That's what allows us to recreate our original voices. They can mimic any normal human voice, actually. I've speculated for some time that the issues we had with our recruited subjects is due to the brain attempting to preserve a sense of self. Maintaining our original voices helps reinforce the neural network, sort of like playing music for an Alzheimer patient. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
I'm afraid that's really all I should say about it. I mean, it is still classified, but I wanted to help with the investigation. Oh, was there something else?
Mm-hmm. Never mind.
Very well, I'll just get back to my work.
Alright, so that's Bert. We just questioned the shit out of him. Let's go talk to Juliana, because we got a lot of juicy info about you, lady.
Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
If you ask me, it's one of those actors. Or that horrible painter. Their type is always the cause of violence.
I found some evidence that Ezra was embezzling from you and the other investors.
Oh, well, I really don't believe that. Mr. Parker wouldn't do such a thing, I'm sure.
What's with all the junk in here?
These are our things. We're just waiting till the war blows over so we can bring them back to the mansion.
I think you're the real...
Let's just...
Uh-huh. Never mind.
Didn't mean to do that. Whoops. I thought that was like the next option, so that's all she has to say about it. Let's go back to... Well, not back to, but we have a couple of other... Where are they? Alright, here's the... beach.
Well now, if it isn't the brave detective. I haven't seen someone with a body like that in far, far too long.
Can we talk about the murder?
Oh, boo, you're no fun. I suppose we can talk about the case, unless you'd rather hear some stories from my acting career.
I must say, you're quite the actor.
What can I say? It just comes naturally. Surely you must be here for my salacious stories of the silver...
You can just flirt more.
Have you ever
This
done
is so
radio?
funny.
Your voice is quite enchanting.
Well, darling, play your cards right, and maybe I'll whisper some sweet nothings in your ear. Care to hear some of my stories, detective?
I must say, I've known flesh and blood girls who aren't half the woman you are.
Keep it up, Tiger, and we'll find out if you can handle how much woman I am. Surely you must be here for my salacious stories of the silver screen.
Why don't we grab a bottle of wine and go watch the sunset?
Sounds good, detective.
So you can basically, I guess...
You think anyone
I don't know if you actually bang the robot, but you can go out on a date with the robot, and that's how you can get the information out of her. And since I have high enough skill sets and put enough points
That
with
was
them, I
great,
figured why
detective,
not.
But we probably shouldn't make a habit of this. Catch you later, Tiger. Hey there, Tiger. Here for more stories about my acting career, or...
Oh, I guess she doesn't really
Tell
tell
me
you
something.
anything. You
Sure,
just go on a
darling.
date with her.
What did you need?
Tell me about yourself.
My favorite subject. Simply put, darling, I'm the greatest actress in the world. When this international scuffle blows over, I shall return to the silver screen and lead the world to a new golden age of cinema. Did you need something else?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Well, it is a bit strange how obsessed Santiago has been with the murder. I mean, he's always been a bit obsessive, though. He did a whole series of paintings of me, hundreds, said I was his muse. It was flattering for a while, but the man is a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
I found Keith's baseball bat at the scene of the murder. Any thoughts on how it got there?
I don't know, detective. I can't really imagine Keith killing Ezra. Did you need something else?
What were you and Keith talking about when I came in?
Oh, that? We were rehearsing. Gotta stay sharp if we're going to rebuild Hollywood. But Keith always gets flustered when he's upset. Did you need something else?
So, that's something that I
I'll be
missed.
around.
You can walk in on him and Keith. I mean, her and Keith. like kind of acting out a scene, and it sounds like they're trying to escape from the murder, but it's actually just a scene, so it kind of fools you, you know.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
It's obviously Santiago. He keeps going back to look at the crime scene.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, as you probably know, I'm an actor. I don't like to brag about it, but my last picture, The Fighting Furies, it topped the box office.
I found your baseball bat at the crime scene. Care to explain how it got there?
Someone is clearly trying to frame me for the murder. It's probably Santiago. You saw him skulking around the crime scene.
What were you and Gilda talking about when I walked in?
Oh, we were just rehearsing a scene. Nothing to worry about.
Never mind.
Okay.
Alright, that's all they have to say. So what's our quest log looking like now? Let's see, Santiago, Juliana, and Keith. So we gotta talk to Santiago now. He's the final one. Where's he at? He must be over here. There's nothing really special to get here at the hotel, so I'm not really exploring it too much. Plus it's kind of big. Yeah, here we go. Cool. Yo, Santiago, you're the last person I need to investigate, and then I can conclude this whatever murder mystery.
Tell me, are you a devotee of the arts? Does that cruel muse call you to her entrapping bosom?
Art is life. Without it, we are no different than animals.
Perhaps, if all we are is a sentience floating in a suit of flesh, or metal, I suppose, then art is the only true communion with the world. Come with me. Tell me, what does this piece say to you?
Piece on the floor.
It's about composition, the balance of colors and emotions, and the struggle to maintain internal order.
Indeed. This was the last piece I did in a series of portraits of Gilda. Number 1378. Her emotional landscape is superimposed on the portrait. The reality of the subject is distorted as the ego attempts to project itself. This way.
Alright, I guess I'll keep following you. Check out your other works of art.
Tell me, what does this one say to you?
Trees in space.
It's the war. Bombs from every direction, no up or down, the world turned on its head.
I suppose in a way it must be. Art shapes the world, and the world shapes art in return. All art must therefore be constantly reborn through the lens of contextual and historic interpretation. We must ascend. And what about this one? And please be honest, for art without honesty is just politics.
It's a metaphor. A young creature grappling with ideas it doesn't possess the capability to understand.
The mind will superimpose meaning where none was intended. I had not.
That's what it looks like to me, bro.
Be told this is my best-selling piece. I did this series under a pseudonym, of course. This series has made more money than any of my serious works. And I take the whole thing as a lark. What does that tell you about the value of art to the common man, huh? Ah, my fellow connoisseur.
Uh-huh. Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
The person you should be looking at is Juliana Riggs. That Philistine would not know art from her own excrement. She and Ezra had a rather dramatic fight recently. You could hear her banshee screeches all the way across the hotel.
What were Juliana and Ezra arguing about?
I don't know. I was painting at the time and I was trying to block it out. Though I bet Gilda probably heard them. Maybe you should check with her.
I think you should explain why you keep returning to the crime scene.
It's for inspiration, detective. The others do not like to think about it, but even we shall die someday. Like Prometheus's torch, it kindles within me the fire to create as much art as I can with the time that I have.
It sounds like you've done a lot of paintings of Gilda. Why her?
Our Gilda is a very singular creature, detective. Do you not see the joie de vivre within her? I have never met another who clings to life so tenaciously, who lives so in the moment. I must admit I was quite smitten with her for a time.
You're still in love with Gilda, aren't you?
So what if I am? This isn't of yours. She deserves someone who truly understands her ephemeral beauty, not that brute actor.
Tell me about yourself.
What is there to tell? I am one of the premier artists in the world. My work is primarily in oil paint, but I have been known to do sculpture or performance art as well.
Alright, so that's all we're going to get out of him. And that was exciting. So now it's time to accuse someone. We've investigated all three of the main subjects. Obviously Bert is not one, I guess, and neither is Gilda. It's very clear, so it's like investigate these three. So we gotta figure out which one of these three. We have Keith's bat. Santiago seemed weird, and Juliana got into an argument with him. So let's go ahead and talk to Juliana, because that seems to be the most plausible.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I heard you had a big fight with Ezra a few days ago. Care to explain?
Oh, well, it wasn't that big a deal, really. He wanted more money to pay for repairs on the hotel. I wasn't feeling well that day and lashed out a bit at the poor man. I really should have listened to him more.
I think you're the real murderer.
That's just silly, Detective. Why would I want to kill Mr. Parker?
Maybe you...
I'm sick all the time, Detective.
Ezra was embezzling your money. That's why you killed him and framed Keith.
You were so close, Detective.
It's a shame. I thought I could keep the ruse going a little longer. Oh, well. Had to end eventually, I suppose. This doesn't have to end in more violence, Detective. Just walk away. I'll leave, and you can tell them I escaped.
Ezra? You're alive.
Well, congratulations on catching up, Detective.
Son of a bitch.
Yes, I've been masquerading as Juliana for some time now.
What's it going to be, Detective? Join me in getting rich? Or die defending some outdated ideals?
Why did you kill Juliana?
I hadn't planned on it, but Juliana figured out what I was doing and had to be dealt with swiftly. I thought I could get a bit more money out of this place before making my escape.
Well, how is this going to go down?
Not a chance. Your murder spree stops here.
Then let us end this.
I'm gonna just go for his head. Frozen. So it turns out that Juliana is actually Ezra, who used the voice modulator that Bert had created. And I think that key lets you get into the Vault Seers. Well, it lets you get anywhere in the vault, I guess. But yeah, so Ezra actually killed Juliana and used the voice modulator that Bert had created to change him to Juliana, which is why he was all like, "Oh yeah, this is the wrong cat" when we walked in and stuff. And Santiago and Juliana had a love affair at some point. And Keith, which makes it look like Keith might be the one who would kill Ezra. Wait, why would he kill Ezra though? That doesn't make sense. I don't know, but his bat was found there. So basically, yeah, that's the actual outcome as you just witnessed. Let's go ahead and talk to Maxwell?
I found the killer. It was Ezra. He killed Juliana and took her place to hide his tracks.
My word! I never thought Mr. Parker was capable of something like this. What happened when you confronted him?
He attacked me, but it's over now. Your residents are safe.
There you are, Detective.
There you
Payment
are,
for your
Detective.
services and a bonus for uncovering such a heinous plot. I don't think we could have done it without you.
400 free war money added, and I got the idiot savant activated on something. I don't know what, but that was the second part of the brain dead quest that I was talking about. Okay, so I did not get the perk activation on brain dead, but that completed when I don't know. It's like part 1 and 2 are like activated at the same time. And part 2 is just killing Ezra Parker, which I think means that you completed the correct, like that's the full completion of the quest. I don't think you get part 2 if you, oh, I guess I did not get unless it's a small amount. I don't know if you, or if it counts part 2 as, you know what I mean, like I think part 2 is just killing Ezra, basically. Solving the quest. Like if you pick someone wrong, if you pick Santiago or Keith, then I don't think you get part 2, but maybe you do, who knows. Anyway, I know I chose the correct outcome, so let's go ahead and exit the vault. Next episode we're going to explore Acadia, and I'm actually going to end the episode right outside Acadia because I have decided that this recording is going to be 2 episodes long because we're approaching 50 or so minutes here. So this will be a 2-part quest. May have been a little shorter if I didn't show the part where I died, but you know, it's still like 42 minutes regardless. 42 to 45, so whatever, it's all good. Now we're outside. We're technically not indoors, so I can finally travel where you belong. Oh, that shipbreaker quest disappeared. Wow, I guess it only appears if you're in the area. Interesting. Well, I don't care about this at all, and this is for the other DLC, so all we have is where you belong, which is at Acadia. So why don't we go ahead and fast travel there. Probably have about, I want to say 20 more episodes of this DLC, and then we're going to be finally done. We're finished with the Far Harbor faction quests. We are going to do a few Acadia faction quests as well as complete this main mission. And then we're going to head on over to the Children of Adam and do some faction quests for them. Then we're going to have to come back to finish the final few faction quests for Acadia because you got to get through, you know, a certain part in the main quest in order to activate those apparently. But here's the entrance to Acadia, and I'm going to end the episode here. So I want to thank you all for watching. Please leave a like and don't forget to consider subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter for updates. My name is Brian, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.